In a vibrant village surrounded by lush hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a wealthy couple, Mwanga and Amina. After 15 years of marriage, their home was filled with luxury, but it lacked the laughter of a child. Every day, Amina would visit the village, watching other mothers play with their children, her heart heavy with longing. Mwanga tried to comfort her, promising that they would have a child one day. The couple sought the wisdom of elders and traveled to distant lands for remedies, yet nothing seemed to work. One night, under a blanket of stars, Mwanga held Amina's hand and whispered, "Our love is enough, we must not lose hope." Little did they know that fate was already weaving its intricate tapestry. One fateful evening, Amina felt a flutter in her belly, a sensation she had long dreamed of. Overjoyed, she rushed to Mwanga, her eyes sparkling with hope. They celebrated the miracle, preparing for the arrival of their long-desired child. They decorated a beautiful nursery, filling it with toys, blankets, and dreams of the future. Months passed, and the day of delivery arrived. Amina, surrounded by the village's best midwives, brought a beautiful baby girl into the world. The air was filled with joy, and Mwanga's laughter echoed as he held his daughter for the first time. However, as fate would have it, a mistake was about to unfold, one that would change their lives forever. In the nearby village, a poor couple, Juma and Zuri, awaited the birth of their first child. Their modest home was filled with love, but their resources were scarce. When Zuri went into labor, they rushed to the clinic, where chaos ensued. In the excitement of Amina's delivery, the midwives accidentally swapped the babies. Unbeknownst to both families, Amina's daughter was taken home by Juma and Zuri, who named her Amani. They cherished her, showering her with the love they could not afford to give materially. Meanwhile, Amina and Mwanga cradled the wrong child, believing their dreams had finally come true. As the years went by, Amani blossomed in her loving yet humble home. Despite their poverty, Juma and Zuri taught her the value of kindness, resilience, and hard work. Amani often helped her parents in the fields, dreaming of a better life, yet always filled with gratitude for her family. On the other side of the village, Amina and Mwanga's daughter, whom they named Nima, grew up in luxury. They hired tutors and showered her with gifts, but a sense of emptiness lingered. Nima often felt disconnected from her parents, yearning for something more than material wealth. Time flowed like the rivers in the valley, and as Nima and Amani entered their teenage years, their paths remained unseen but closely woven. Amani continued to help her family, often dreaming of a different life beyond the fields. Meanwhile, Nima's world was filled with extravagant parties and high expectations, but her heart sought a deeper connection. In the evenings, Amani would gaze at the stars, wondering about her purpose. Nima often felt a strange pull toward the village's heart, where she saw children playing in the dirt and laughter echoing in the air. Both girls sensed a longing within them, but neither understood its origin. One day, as Amani ventured into the market to sell their crops, she bumped into Nima. Nima was drawn to Amani's vibrant spirit and offered to help her carry the heavy baskets. They shared laughter and stories, blissfully unaware of the bond that tied them. As they parted ways, a strange feeling lingered in the air. Amani felt a connection she couldn't explain, while Nima wondered why this simple girl felt so familiar. Their lives intertwined for a moment, but fate had other plans. As Amani returned home, challenges began to arise. Their crops were failing due to a drought, and the family struggled to make ends meet. Despite the hardships, Amani remained optimistic, determined to support her parents and keep their spirits high. Meanwhile, Nima faced her own challenges in her affluent home. The pressure to excel in academics and social status became overwhelming. She often found solace in wandering the village, seeking a sense of belonging beyond her family's wealth. As the years passed, the truth about the babies remained hidden. Amina and Mwanga were blissfully unaware of the switch, believing Nima to be their biological daughter. However, the pain of longing and the sense of something missing remained. Amani's parents, too, were oblivious to the truth. They loved her fiercely but often worried about their future. One evening, while cleaning their modest home, Amani stumbled upon an old letter that hinted at her adoption. Confused, she decided to confront her parents, hoping for answers. "Mother, is there something you haven't told me?" Amani asked, her heart racing. Juma and Zuri exchanged glances, fear etched on their faces. After a moment of hesitation, they sat her down and revealed the truth of her birth and the mistake that had occurred. Amani's world turned upside down. "Am I not your real daughter?" she asked, tears streaming down her cheeks. Her parents wrapped their arms around her, assuring her of their love. "You are our daughter in every way that matters," Zuri whispered. Yet, Amani couldn't shake the feeling that she belonged somewhere else. Determined to uncover her true origins, Amani set out to find her biological family. She remembered Nima and the connection they shared, believing that perhaps she would find answers in the village. With a mix of excitement and anxiety, she began her journey. Nima, on the other hand, started to question her own identity. Something about Amani tugged at her heart, and she longed to see her again. As fate would have it, the two girls were unknowingly drawing closer to the truth, each step leading them closer to the reunion that would change their lives forever. Amani's search for her biological family led her to the village elders, who had witnessed her arrival. With their guidance, she learned more about the fateful night of her birth. The elders shared stories of Mwanga and Amina, the wealthy couple who had longed for a child. Each tale further fueled Amani's determination to find her real parents. Meanwhile, Nima, unaware of the truth, found herself drawn back to the village. The simplicity of life there fascinated her. She often escaped her lavish home, wandering through the markets and meeting people who lived with a sense of community she craved. Every encounter reminded her of Amani, the girl who had once helped her. One sunny afternoon, while exploring the market again, Amani spotted Nima in a corner stall, bargaining for fresh vegetables. A wave of familiarity washed over her. Mustering her courage, Amani approached Nima, recalling the laughter they had shared before. "Do you remember me?" Amani asked, her heart racing. Nima looked up, recognition sparking in her eyes. "Of course. You helped me carry my baskets." They chatted about their lives, and an undeniable bond rekindled. Both felt a strange connection, as if they were pieces of a larger puzzle. As weeks turned into months, Amani and Nima began to meet regularly, bonding over shared dreams and fears. Amani confided in Nima about her search for her real family, and Nima listened with empathy, feeling an inexplicable ache in her heart. Their friendship blossomed, with each girl inspiring the other to pursue their passions. Amani encouraged Nima to explore her artistic talents, while Nima helped Amani with her reading and writing. Together, they dreamed of a brighter future, though both felt shadows of uncertainty looming. One evening, while sitting under a baobab tree, Amani revealed the letter she had found. It mentioned a mix-up at the clinic, she said, her voice trembling. I think there's a chance I'm the child that was meant for your family." Nima's eyes widened, disbelief washing over her. "That can't be true," Nima replied, shaking her head. "My parents would have told me." But deep down, Nima felt the weight of Amani's words. Both girls knew that the truth was more complex than they could comprehend. Conflicted emotions flooded Nima as she returned home. The lavishness of her life felt suddenly suffocating. In her heart, she sensed that Amani might be telling the truth, but fear held her back from confronting her parents. What if the life she cherished was built on a lie? Meanwhile, Amani felt a growing urgency to uncover her past. She decided to visit the clinic where she was born, hoping to find answers. But as she walked through the familiar streets, uncertainty gnawed at her. What if she was wrong? What if her parents were not who she thought they were? At the clinic, Amani met with the head midwife, an elderly woman named Mama Sita, who had been there the night of her birth. With a gentle smile, Mama Sita listened to Amani's story and the mix-up that had occurred. "You were the child of Mwanga and Amina," she confirmed, her voice full of compassion. Amani's heart raced as she absorbed the truth. She felt a whirlwind of emotions, joy at discovering her real parents and fear at the thought of disrupting their lives. With Mama Sita's encouragement, Amani decided to speak with Mwanga and Amina, but only after she found a way to bridge the gap between them. Back home, Nima wrestled with her growing suspicions. The more she thought about Amani's claims, the more restless she became. Could her life be intertwined? As tension simmered, Amani and Nima decided to take a trip to the village's sacred grove, a place where villagers often sought clarity and peace. The towering trees and soft whispers of nature provided an ideal backdrop for reflection. Together, they hoped to find answers to the turmoil swirling in their hearts. Walking through the grove, Amani and Nima shared their fears and hopes. Amani spoke of her longing to understand her identity beyond the mix-up, while Nima revealed her struggles with feeling like an outsider in her own family. As they reached a clearing, the sun broke through the leaves, casting a warm glow around them. Sitting on a fallen log, Amani took Nima's hands in hers. "No matter what happened, you've always been my sister in spirit," she said. Nima felt a flicker of warmth at Amani's words, yet uncertainty loomed. "Can we really be sisters when everything feels so broken?" she whispered. In the grove, they stumbled upon an ancient stone with carvings of guardian spirits, symbols of unity and protection. They decided to make a pact, pledging to support each other as sisters, regardless of their differences. This promise sparked a glimmer of hope in Nima's heart. After returning home, the sisters made an effort to rebuild their relationship. They engaged in shared activities, like painting and cooking, finding joy in each other's company. Mwanga and Amina noticed the shift and encouraged their daughters to embrace their bond, despite the complexities of their situation. News of the mix-up spread through the village, stirring mixed reactions. Some villagers celebrated the reunion, while others expressed skepticism. Amani and Nima faced whispers and judgment, yet they remained resolute, leaning on each other for strength. Inspired by their shared experiences, Amani decided to pursue her passion for art. She envisioned creating a mural that depicted their journey, symbolizing the threads that connected their fates. Nima, inspired by Amani's determination, offered to help her with the project. As the mural took shape, it became a centerpiece in the village, drawing attention from the community. Amani's artistry captured the essence of their story, the beauty of sisterhood and the complexities of family. The mural sparked conversations, helping bridge the gap between differing perceptions. Despite their progress, trust remained fragile. One day, during a heated discussion, Nima accidentally let slip her doubts about Amani's place in their family. Hurt, Amani withdrew, feeling like an intruder in a life she had only just rediscovered. Realizing the rift that had formed, Nima sought to apologize. She found Amani in the grove, painting in solitude. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice breaking. "I didn't mean it. I'm just scared." Amani turned, seeing the sincerity in Nima's eyes, and they embraced, determined to rebuild the trust between them. Amani and Nima's mural became a catalyst for unity. Inspired by their story, villagers began to share their own experiences of love, loss, and family. The sisters organized a gathering where community members could come together, celebrating their interconnectedness. As the gathering approached, Nima faced another challenge. A childhood friend, Rael, returned to the village, and his attention towards her reignited old insecurities. Amani encouraged Nima to stand strong, emphasizing that her worth wasn't defined by others' opinions. The night of the gathering, the village buzzed with excitement. Stories were shared, laughter echoed, and Amani unveiled the mural. As villagers admired her work, they began to see beyond the initial scandal of the baby swap, recognizing the beauty in unity. During the gathering, a stranger arrived, a woman claiming to be a long-lost relative of Mwanga and Amina. Her presence stirred emotions, prompting Amani to wonder about the deeper connections within her family. The revelation added another layer of complexity to their already intertwined lives. Curious about the stranger's story, Amani and Nima approached her. The woman, named Lela, spoke of family history, revealing ties to Mwanga's ancestors. Amani felt a pull toward Lela, recognizing that her journey of identity was far from over. Lela's arrival opened up discussions about ancestry and heritage within the village. Inspired, Amani suggested they create a family tree, merging the past with the present. Nima felt a renewed sense of purpose, eager to contribute to this exploration of their shared history. As they delved into their family histories, Amani uncovered old letters that hinted at secrets within Mwanga's lineage. These revelations sparked curiosity and concern among the sisters, igniting a desire to understand their family's legacy. Amani and Nima decided to explore the local archives, hoping to uncover more about their ancestors. In dusty old books, they found tales of love, sacrifice, and resilience that resonated with their own lives, deepening their connection. Amidst the exploration, tensions arose once more between Amani and Nima. Nima felt overshadowed by Amani's artistic talents, leading to feelings of inadequacy. Amani, unaware of Nima's struggles, continued to immerse herself in her work, unintentionally creating a rift. One evening, as they sat together, Nima finally voiced her feelings. "I love you, Amani, but sometimes I feel like I'm losing myself in your shadow." Amani, taken aback, realized the weight of her sister's unspoken struggles. They talked late into the night, reaffirming their commitment to support each other's individual paths. Determined to celebrate their unique identities, Amani and Nima organized a talent showcase for the village. Each sister planned to present their passions, Amani with her art and Nima with her poetry, highlighting their individuality while honoring their bond. On the night of the showcase, villagers gathered to witness the sisters' talents. Amani's mural adorned the backdrop, a testament to their journey. As Nima read her poetry, Amani felt a surge of pride, recognizing her sister's strength and creativity. After the performances, villagers applauded, celebrating the sisters' talents. Amani realized that their differences only enriched their bond. They vowed to support each other's journeys, ensuring that both could shine in their unique ways. As the showcase concluded, Amani and Nima discussed the next steps in their exploration of family history. Lela proposed visiting the ancestral lands, a journey that could deepen their understanding of their roots and strengthen their bond even further. The sisters embarked on a trip to the ancestral lands, eager to uncover more about their heritage. With Lela as their guide, they navigated the terrain, learning about the struggles and triumphs of their ancestors. Upon reaching the ancestral village, Amani and Nima felt a profound connection to the land. They visited sacred sites and listened to elders recount stories of their family's history. Each tale brought them closer to their roots and instilled a sense of belonging. In the evenings, they gathered around the fire with villagers, sharing laughter and stories. Amani began to realize that the threads of fate woven through her family were not just about the past but also about the future they could create together. During a quiet moment, Amani encountered an elderly woman who claimed to have known their ancestors. She shared a prophecy about sisters united by love, destined to heal their family's legacy. Intrigued, Amani and Nima felt a renewed sense of purpose. Inspired by the prophecy, Amani and Nima vowed to heal the fractures within their family. They spent their days engaging with the villagers, listening to their stories, and creating a tapestry of shared experiences that honored both their families. Returning home, the sisters felt transformed. They organized workshops to foster community engagement, drawing on the wisdom they had gained from their journey. Amani's art and Nima's poetry became tools for healing, connecting their families and the village. As the workshops flourished, Amani and Nima encouraged participation from all ages, fostering intergenerational connections. Villagers shared their wisdom, creating a tapestry of stories that celebrated their shared heritage and experiences. Just as the workshops began to thrive, a letter arrived from a distant relative, one who had been estranged from Wanga and Amina's family. The relative expressed a desire to reconnect, adding another layer of complexity to their already intricate family web. Days later, Kito arrived in the village. Tall and charismatic, he immediately drew attention. As Mwanga and Amina welcomed him, Amani and Nima exchanged wary glances. Kito's charm masked an air of mystery, making both girls cautious yet intrigued. Kito shared tales of their ancestors that captivated the village. He spoke of a hidden legacy tied to their lineage, stories of resilience and sacrifice that had been forgotten over time. As the night wore on, Kito hinted at a treasure buried deep within their family's history, igniting Amani and Nima's imaginations. Inspired by Kito's stories, Amani and Nima proposed a treasure hunt, believing it could lead them to uncover more about their family's past. The villagers eagerly joined, seeing it as an opportunity to connect with their roots. Little did they know, the hunt would reveal far more than just material wealth. The next day, they gathered to discuss the first clue Kito had shared, a riddle etched on an old stone. Together, they deciphered the words, leading them to the grove where Amani and Nima had once made their pact. Excitement bubbled as they set off, the thrill of discovery electrifying the air. At the grove, they uncovered a hidden compartment beneath the roots of a great tree. Inside lay an ancient scroll detailing their ancestors' struggles and triumphs, including a map leading to various sacred sites across the region. The sisters realized they were on the brink of uncovering a remarkable legacy. As the hunt progressed, challenges arose. Some villagers grew skeptical of Keto's intentions, fearing. Just as the joint festival concluded, dark clouds loomed overhead, signaling an unexpected storm. Tensions had been brewing between some community members who felt overshadowed by the joint efforts. Amani and Nima sensed that the harmony they had worked so hard to build was at risk. In the days that followed, rumors spread, fueled by dissenters from both villages. They whispered about how the festival had shifted the power dynamics, causing unease and fear. Amani and Nima decided to hold a town hall meeting, hoping to address the concerns before they escalated further. At the meeting, emotions ran high. Some villagers voiced their fears of losing their identities, while others expressed resentment toward Keto, feeling he was manipulating their efforts. Amani and Nima listened, determined to create a space where every voice could be heard, but they struggled to quell the rising tensions. Amidst the unrest, an outsider appeared, an influential figure from the city who saw the discord as an opportunity to exploit the villages. He proposed a development project that promised wealth but threatened to erase their cultural heritage. This ignited even more fear among the villagers. Recognizing the danger, Amani and Nima rallied the villagers, encouraging them to come together against the looming threat. They organized a series of workshops aimed at understanding the value of their heritage and the risks of losing it. The sisters believed that unity would be their strongest defense. As the workshops progressed, the community began to rediscover their pride in their traditions. Elders shared stories of resilience, igniting a sense of purpose among the younger generations. Amani and Nima's leadership inspired many to join the cause, creating a wave of enthusiasm. Amani and Nima reached out to neighboring communities, forming an alliance committed to preserving their cultures. Together, they strategized ways to oppose the outsiders' proposal, focusing on showcasing their rich heritage to attract tourism instead of development. With their alliance solidified, Amani and Nima organized a grand presentation for the city officials. They crafted a compelling narrative, combining art, culture, and history to demonstrate the value of preserving their way of life. The stakes were high, and the sisters felt the weight of their community on their shoulders. On the day of the presentation, the air was thick with anticipation. Amani and Nima stood before the officials, presenting their vision. They showcased their community's strength, unity, and rich cultural tapestry, captivating the audience with their passion. As the presentation concluded, the officials were visibly moved. They acknowledged the community's commitment to preserving their heritage and expressed their desire to support sustainable tourism instead of development. Cheers erupted from the gathered villagers, a wave of relief washing over them. In the aftermath, the villages began to heal from the rift that had threatened to tear them apart. Amani and Nima's efforts fostered a newfound appreciation for diversity and collaboration. The annual festival was established as a permanent celebration of unity, ensuring that their cultures would thrive for generations. Years later, Amani and Nima stood together at the festival, reflecting on their journey. The once divided villages had transformed into a thriving community, rich in tradition and love. As they watched children dance and laughter fill the air, they knew they had woven the threads of fate into a tapestry of hope. Their bond as sisters, strengthened through adversity, had not only changed their lives but had also enriched the lives of everyone around them. With hearts full of gratitude, they embraced the future, ready to face whatever came next, together.